Sister Wives star Robyn Brown continues moving on up in terms of living conditions. Prior to becoming a reality television star, Robyn and her 3 kids were living with her first husband in Montana in a trailer with no heat. Fast forward 20 years and 4 divorces later, and Robyn is now living in an opulent $2.1 million home with more than 7,800 square feet of living space. Starcasm's Deep Dive team has compiled information on all the places Robyn has lived since before her time on Sister Wives. Join us as we take a chronological stroll through Robyn's abodes over the years, including some exclusive details and images. Prior to marrying Kody Brown, Robyn Brown was married to David Preston Jessup. The couple lived in Pinewood, Montana, and had 3 children together. Robyn talked about her living conditions during their first marriage on the show when the issue of her debts came up while attempting to get a home loan in Las Vegas.
I was living in a trailer with no heat. I was having to build fires in a wood stove. My first priority was the roof over the kids' head, their food in their bellies. That was it, and electricity.
It was revealed in Robyn's divorce documents that she owed around $32,000 to Victoria's Secret, Target, and Sears. If you're curious what family essentials Robyn was buying from Victoria's Secret, she stated in a Twitter Q&A that she had to order her pajamas from there because she has long legs. As Robyn reveals on the show, she and her children moved in with her mother Alice after she split from her first husband. It's believed Alice resided in St. George, Utah at the time. Robyn lived with her mother for about 9 months before getting her own apartment. It's assumed the apartment Robyn moved into was the one she was living in when she filmed for the very first season of Sister Wives. That apartment was half of a duplex located in St. George, Utah. Here's a Google Street Maps view of the duplex from 2023. The total square footage for the duplex is 2,186 square feet, and Robyn's half was just under 1,093 square feet. Her apartment had 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's unclear how long Robyn lived in the St. George duplex apartment. Based on the calendars on the wall and her scenes on Sister Wives, the first film visit from Kody was in September of 2009. The scenes of Robyn and her kids moving out of the apartment were filmed in March of 2010. As Sister Wives viewers are likely aware, Robyn and the kids moved into another apartment in Lehi, Utah to be closer to the Brown family. The producers claimed that Robyn's apartment was within a block of the Browns' home was a bit exaggerated, as it was roughly a mile away. According to property records, Robyn's apartment in Lehi was once again half of a duplex. The total square footage of that duplex is 2,624 square feet, so each half would be 1,312 square feet. Once again, Robyn and her 3 children had 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Robyn wasn't in Lehi very long before she and the Browns relocated to Las Vegas, Nevada, largely because they feared being prosecuted for practicing polygamy in Utah after the show aired. All of the Browns, including Robyn and her children, lived together in a 4-bedroom vacation rental when they first arrived in Las Vegas in January of 2011.
We only have 30 days in the vacation rental house to find other homes to move into, and the only thing we really know is that our lives are completely different.
They rented the house for 30 days as they looked for individual rental homes for all the wives. The real estate agent they hired said it would be pretty much impossible to find a single home in the Las Vegas area that would accommodate a polygamous family with 4 wives and so many children. The Browns' Las Vegas vacation rental is the only property I wasn't able to locate, so I have no additional information. The Browns were eventually able to find 4 rental homes that were relatively close to each other, starting with Robyn's first. Robyn saw her first major living accommodations upgrade as her Vegas rental was 2,092 square feet with 5 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. According to online property records, it was available to rent for $1,580 a month in January of 2011. The Browns lived in their 4 rental homes in Las Vegas for roughly 2 years. Eventually, they purchased 4 brand new homes together on a cul-de-sac in December of 2012 and January of 2013. All 4 of the houses had 4,238 square feet. Robyn's house had 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. It's unclear if one of those bedrooms would later become the infamous office for Kody, which was supposedly the reason he spent most of his time at Robyn's house while the family lived on the cul-de-sac. Robyn's house cost just over $445,000, and the family put $38,000 towards the down payment. The property was initially deeded to just Robyn, but Kody would later add his name after the 2 were legally married. There are reports online that the Browns received balloon mortgages on their Las Vegas homes, and that is partly why they were motivated to sell and move to Flagstaff, Arizona. However, that does not appear to be the case. The mortgages all look to be 30-year FHA mortgages. Robyn sold her Las Vegas house in February of 2019 for $603,000. If you're curious to know, the current estimate for the house is just under $1 million. Meanwhile, Janelle's house on the Vegas cul-de-sac is currently for sale with a list price of $1.15 million. The Browns purchased their infamous Coyote Pass properties in June of 2018. They soon relocated to Flagstaff, Arizona, where they all rented separate homes while they waited for their Las Vegas properties to sell. Here's a clip about their migration from our previous deep dive video on Coyote Pass. If Kody and/or his wives felt they needed to be near Coyote Pass as it was being developed, it would have made much more sense to just buy or rent a small home in Flagstaff to use whenever needed. The wives and their families could remain in Las Vegas, living in close proximity as they waited until Coyote Pass was ready. However, the Browns decided that they needed to move to Flagstaff right away, so they frantically listed all of their Las Vegas houses for sale. The wives moved into 4 houses in and around Flagstaff that were located far apart from each other. That distance, combined with the COVID pandemic, would eventually be the catalyst that broke the Brown family apart. Robyn and Kody rented a huge 6,798 square foot house with 7 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. According to property records, the house was listed for rent at $3,500 a month in June of 2018. The property was removed later that same month. This large rental property was featured prominently on Sister Wives. It became a large part of the storyline when the owners of the house contacted Kody and Robyn and told them the house was being sold and they needed to move out.
We moved to Flagstaff last August, and I've been renting this house, and I was planning on living in this house until we moved out into the property, which is, when we were building out there, which is about 2 years away, we were thinking.
Robyn insisted she find another rental house because she was worried the financial burden placed on the family by purchasing another house would delay building on Coyote Pass. Unfortunately, Robyn was also insisting on at least 5 bedrooms.
Mom has rejected every house that we've looked at that has not had 5 bedrooms.
Kody, that's not because the girl's not sharing. Someone's going to have to share with a 5-bedroom. We really honestly need 6.
Kody was convinced they were not going to be able to find a large enough rental property in time. But Robyn was confident God was a believer in the Coyote Pass dream and would deliver unto her the 5 or more bedroom rental house her family needed.
I 100% believe that God's going to provide us this house, this rental house. There's no way that God would sit there and have us buy a home. That just doesn't make sense in any way to me.
Meanwhile, Kody Brown had no problem believing God would allow them to buy another house. As a matter of fact, that's what God wanted.
The message from God isn't go find a rental, no matter how much that's what we want to do. The message from God is it's time to grow up about these things, and you have to buy a house.
Alas, God did not answer Robyn's prayers. As a result, Robyn experienced immeasurable suffering when she was forced to buy a fully furnished $890,000 house near the family's Coyote Pass properties in August of 2019.
Buying this house makes me feel like I'm betraying my family and my kids, because buying this house will actually delay us moving out onto the property.
No one enjoys buying a new house more than Kody Brown, but even his enthusiasm was no match for the gloom and doom preachings of Robyn in regards to this purchase.
I guess there's just no point in trying to be joyful about this purchase.
I just don't know how right now.
Okay.
The new house, which we like to call Brownton Abbey, was previously used as a vacation rental and came fully furnished. Brownton Abbey was a big step down from Robyn's Flagstaff rental, as it only has 4,395 square feet with just 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. If you're doing the Brown family math at home, that means that if Kody's daughter truly were to stay over, she would likely be forced to sleep outside. Robyn and Kody, and Mary and Janelle, made a down payment of $222,500 and took out a mortgage for the remaining $667,500. Kody and Robyn would later refinance after paying down quite a chunk of the principal. On season 20 of Sister Wives, Kody reveals he wants to move out of the house. He brings up the fact that they still have no room for Truly. Kody also says he wants to distance himself from the bad experiences he's had while living in the house, including 3 divorces and the passing of his son Garrison. Robyn is reluctant to move, and she makes sure Kody and viewers know it's partly because she is the last remaining true believer in Brown polygamy and the Coyote Pass dream. Once again, Robyn's admirable reluctance to buy a huge house lost out. Kody and Robyn sold Brownton Abbey for $1,775,000 in November of 2024. That is almost double what the couple paid for the property, $890,000, in August of 2019. Starcasm ran the real estate math and calculated that Kody and Robyn walked away from the sale with a little more than $725,000 cash in their pockets after fees and taxes. If you subtract an estimate for home maintenance expenses, the amount paid towards interest on their mortgage, and the original down payment, the result is a profit of roughly $375,000 over 5 years. Meanwhile, the Coyote Pass parcels were sold for a total of $1.5 million in April of 2025. The Brown family paid $820,000 for all 4 lots in June of 2018. And remember, Robyn and Kody likely received half of the profits from the Coyote Pass sale because Christine was no longer on the deeds. Kody and Robyn purchased a very opulent 7,884 square foot property in Flagstaff in October of 2024. The living space on a $2.1 million property is divided between the main house and guest house. The main house is 5,596 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. There's also another room that could serve as an office or a 5th bedroom. The guest house is 2,288 square feet. It has an upstairs apartment with a bedroom, a TV living room area, and a full bathroom. The downstairs consists of a full kitchen with dining area, a second full bathroom, and impressive game room with custom epoxy floor, plus an additional room that could be used as a theater room or entertainment area. In addition to the main and guest houses, the property also has a detached RV garage. From the listing, this truly special home is positioned on 2.56 acres with a tastefully landscaped front entrance, fenced backyard, oversized 3-car garage with built-in custom cabinets, gorgeous paver patio, tranquil pond with a large custom waterfall, natural gas hookups for grill and a fire pit, and a paved area hot tub ready. The young at heart will enjoy the zipline, treehouse, and tetherball. Kody and Robyn made a $420,000 down payment and took out a 30-year mortgage for the remaining $1.68 million. And remember, this was prior to the sale of the Coyote Pass properties. I'm assuming this house will serve as the backdrop for Kody and Robyn's drama for at least the next 3 seasons of Sister Wives. My sympathies are with Robyn Brown as she is forced to live out her shattered polygamous dream with her kids and singular husband on a 7,800 square foot estate. On the bright side, I take great comfort in knowing Robyn can now afford all the long-legged Victoria's Secret pajamas she could ever want. This video took quite a bit of work to put together, and I greatly appreciate everyone who has taken the time to watch it. I learned a lot while making it, and I hope you learned at least a few new bits of Sister Wives history while watching. If you did enjoy the video, you might also like Starcasm's deep dive on Coyote Pass, which includes a complete financial breakdown prior to the sale. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and let me know in the comments if there are any other reality TV deep dives you'd like me to make.